Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's Krabby Empath here. I decided to go ahead and do another one of my many Vanessa Guillén readings. I realized that I had not done one for my channel. I did them long before I ever thought of starting a channel. So I kind of wanted to do that because just how important her case is, how much it kind of means to me. So, yeah. That's what we're going to do. For those who don't know, Vanessa Guillén disappeared from Fort Hood on April 22nd. Her remains were found by the Leon River on June 30th. They say that a guy named Aaron Robinson, who later committed suicide, supposedly, bludgeoned her to death with a hammer in the arms room there on Fort Hood. He then put her body in a pelican case, left it there. And this is their story, okay? That's their story and they're sticking to it. Where was I? Sorry. So the reports state that Aaron Robinson and Cecily Aguilar disposed of Guillén's body by the Leon River. They burned her, they cast her in cement after she was bludgeoned to death with a hammer. Somebody called her into work that day. She wasn't even supposed to be there. By pretty much all accounts, all her stuff was found in in her arm room in her department, and they still called her AWOL. There's a lot of stuff going down at Fort Hood for changes revolving strictly around this particular case. It's a high-profile case, all that fun stuff. So, I am no book down forensic specialist in any way, but I know this from, kind of common sense, in a sense, that when you bludgeon somebody to death with a hammer in the head, the head alone bleeds a lot, okay? So I'm sorry for being graphic, but there would have been a ton of blood. There would have been blood spatter. There would have been little bits of blood in different things. I don't know what the inside of that room looked like. But pretty much wherever she was killed, there would have been massive amounts of blood. That's a lot for one man to clean up, and that's a lot of rage for a girl supposedly looking at your cell phone. Okay? Robinson then killed himself. He somehow escaped the base and made it very far with a gun and offed himself. Coincidentally, it's in the exact same block almost, like actually just a couple blocks down where he killed himself was where Freddie De La Cruz was shot and killed. The apartments, they're right next to each other. Coincidence? I don't believe in those very much. So I think everyone knows there's a lot of cover-up. There's a lot of stuff that the Army should have done differently. I believe, do not quote me on this, that CID is not going to be handling this stuff anymore. I know there was a congressional thing. I need to update myself quite a bit. But I just wanted to do a general reading on Vanessa Guillén. She has a very, very strong energy. She is very, everyone knows, very pretty girl. It's her. Oops. There we go. So we have the Magician. Three of Swords in reverse. Chaos, confusion. Seeing this brought on by the Magician. Kind of like they played a magic act on her. They fooled her. They tricked her. I feel like. Kind of like power, potential in a sense. I believe there were at least 3 people in that room. Not just based off of the Three of Swords, but based off of the other readings I've done. I'm trying to do this one with just... Four of Wands in reverse. Some people don't read the Four of Wands in reverse. I do. I do. Because, you know, it's supposed to be just all around harmony. Well, to me, that's just not possible. So the other, it's also instability. And I do believe there was a lot of instability. But not so much that as I do... I'm seeing this as, I mean, bloody and a mess and like the sheer chaos. And then just this, almost like this, I don't know, panic in a way. Also, I'm seeing this kind of as that she went in there just to... I think it was planned against her. I think there was somebody waiting for her is what I think. I think someone was lying in wait for her. And I think Robinson was participated. I'm not saying he didn't. But I don't think he was the main one with the vendetta. Alright, so we got the Ace of Wands in reverse. This fall ruin. Okay, to the... I should have looked at it first. Six of Shields. Six of Shields. This is like, charity, presents, gifts, that kind of stuff, okay? Charitable person, supposedly. To the Page of Shields. This is someone who's working on themselves, workmanship, that kind of thing. To the King of Shields in reverse. Okay. This King of Shields is just cruel. He's evil. He's barbaric. I'm seeing that she just, you know, she just wanted to freaking work. It's all she wanted to do was fucking work. And I do believe that they sexually harassed her. She was above these people in such a way. And I don't mean that as like an arrogance thing. I mean that genuine. She had a good heart. She had a good soul. They were jealous of her. And they treated her cruelly. And it was intentional. I mean, all those shields, yeah, it happened at work. All of her problems happened on that base. We go to the 7 of shields in reverse, another shield. Shields, money, work, that kind of stuff, okay? So, got the 7 of shields in reverse. This is anxiety, that kind of stuff. I'm sure they were feeling anxiety and unsure what to do. I'm seeing this as them. And see how they have, I think I pointed this out almost every time. It's 2 people standing there and then a person like in the freaking cauldron. See if I can get a better light on that. Sorry, guys. But see, like the shadows. There's a person in the cauldron there. And those people are just dipping into it. Yeah. Sorry, Arma. In your face there. Alright, here we go to the 10 of cauldrons in reverse. Deception, that kind of stuff. She was deceived. She was played. They played games with her. What do we got here? Alright, to the hangman. Why is my stuff so weird? Sorry, it's this light. Sorry, guys. Alright, there. There we go. So we got the hangman. We got kind of like so here's the number 23 standing out on here. And then there's like 3. Hangman, this is kind of like your the best word for it. I usually have a thing. And it's kind of like I'm seeing this as like an uncertainty, unsure what to do. I think they did wonder how they were going to clean it up, how they were going to do things. I think they moved her. I don't think she was originally always right there. Not all of her. I know that sounds kind of sick to say. Holy cow. Okay, make sure it's all my cards that fell. Sorry, guys. So we have the 8 of shields. I don't usually even pull this many cards. Okay. To the 9 of swords. All night. To the Knight of shields. Alright. I usually do it this way, but look at these. So the hangman to the 8 of shields. It's kind of like a safety, a success. I do think. Okay, so what this is they feel successful over what they did. I think that Cecily was actually the one that started getting weak, and the pressure was coming down on them really, really bad. and they needed them to find her body. You know, I say that they say that the cell phone ping, that they were there on this date. I don't know. Couldn't they figure that out? I mean, a long time ago. You know what I mean? It's just coincidental that all of a sudden they got all this information. I don't know. Like I said, scapegoat. This for entertainment purposes only. This is my opinion. No pain, sadness. I don't know. I don't think Cecily felt guilty. I never got that vibe off of her. Guilty she got caught. I know Robinson was distressed. I'm thinking he was. But I think at first they were like, alright, a success. Then it was like, oh my gosh, they're really looking into this. Like, they're not playing this time, y'all. Like, we're in trouble. We're not getting away with this time. They've been doing this for years. Years they've been disposing of people that have not fit into their mold. I don't care what they say, it's obvious. It's kind of like ableness, interest, not as Shields is. Seeing this more is kind of like them not taking any action, like they're kind of just stuck in what they're saying. That's why they have all these people coming in to further investigate, because they obviously were not doing their jobs very well. They haven't been doing their jobs for a long time, my lord. Anyway, we all know how much I love them. Here we go. So we got the Emperor, the Father, to the Two of Wands. Yeah, that's kind of like physical suffering, that kind of stuff, authority. Physical suffering, carrying a heavy burden, to kind of trickery, that kind of stuff. Yeah, they failed her so bad, you guys. And they're still failing her by keeping quiet. That's where these trickery cards are coming in. That's where this physical pain, this cover-up stuff is coming in. It's because they just don't want to be honest. They are so afraid of the truth. Alright, we got the Four of Shields. Four of Shields is in reverse. It's kind of like a suspense, delay. That's kind of them flashing those smoke screens and all their misinformation and all that kind of stuff. And they're still not being transparent with it. They're having to bring all these people in and do all this stuff, and McCarthy and all these people have to come in just to get some freaking answers. And they still don't get them. Even the freaking people that just got there, from what I understand, they were saying that they had more questions than answers after talking to everybody. Jesus. How many times have we heard that? Oh, so we got the Ace of Swords to the Two of Swords. So we have this suspense, this delay, going into bad results. It's like a success with bad results. To the Two of Swords, unsure what to do. And got the blindfold on. Tombs back there. That's one thing they do, is they put them blindfolds on. I see nothing, I hear nothing, I know nothing. It's pretty sad they have to ask them to get to know their troops. I honestly thought a lot of stuff that they are suggesting should have already been in play. Oh, okay. Take that how it went. So we got the Ace of Cauldrons in reverse. False for that kind of stuff. To the Five of Wands. Bullying, picking, sham fight kind of thing. I really do think there was another woman involved in this. Just, I don't know, what I'm seeing in this card a lot is that woman's hand coming up and holding the cauldron. And then, like, somebody diving head first into, like, the games. That's not what it means. That's what I'm seeing. And this one I'm seeing, like, kind of like it's a... Like, they're... How do they put it? It's like a... Like I said, like a sham fight. Like, they're pretending... Like, it can be mean bullying and all that stuff, but I don't see it as that. I see that as them pretending like they are so against this kind of stuff. But in reality, they knew what was going on. I really think that they've already established that there's that systematic culture, and that's really, really, that's a bad thing. Alright, there we go. We have the Five of Wands, the Five of Swords. Yeah. Dishonor. All of that. I mean, and see like the two swords in the background laying on the ground. This person's down. He's got two swords in his hand. There are other people involved. I really think that Aaron Robinson got her in there and someone else did this to her, guys. Okay? I feel that with so much of me. I think it was somebody that they are... There we go, to the moon. What's in the light will be brought to light. Or what's in the dark will be brought to light. Face in the dark. Eventually, I hope. I mean, there's so much being changed in her name and that kind of stuff, but I would want all these people that played a role in this, that felled her out. I don't think they should be able to serve when they took it away from her. We got the King of Wands. He ain't bad. Honest, conscious man. Somebody seeking the truth about what happened. It's kind of crazy. There's a big 29 up in that moon. I've never seen that before. I've had this deck a while. Just kind of whooped. Gosh, this is crazy. It's almost like, see the hand kind of coming out of the water and the dragon and the wolf there. Just, I mean, followed by that. And this is almost like a ghost person. Because I think he was in the wake, like in the shadows. And then I think this King of Wands is someone that honestly is conscious of the truth, knows the truth. But the feeling I get off of him, I don't always get this off of him, but I'm getting this off of him, is that he was turning a blind eye. He was only halfway paying attention. See how his face is turned halfway? Like he was only halfway taking it seriously. I don't think for a second they thought this is going to be the one. This is going to be the one that that sheds this light on us. I think they were completely blindsided by how the country and how people reacted to Vanessa's death. And that's really sad that they thought that. Sorry with my hand and my light, guys. I'm trying to get it right. There we go, the 4 cauldrons in reverse. This would be kind of like new relations, that kind of stuff. I don't see it that way. I see it as, like I've said before, I'll do it this way. There are 3 people. Do a light here so you guys can maybe see. Ah, there we go. Maybe with my shadows. So we have the 3 cups sitting there. And then this hand coming up. And then this is, to me, this doesn't just represent one person. Okay? Because see all this stuff back here on the wall? And then the 3 there, I'm just seeing that multiple people put her down. The failure for her is what I'm seeing in that. I said it means like new relationship. Okay. My angel keeps falling down. That's driving me crazy there. She's always been a little off balance, but alright. So we got the Page of Cauldrons. Oop, oop. Fix my light again because I'm not smart all the time. So we got the Page of Cauldrons. She is deceptive, y'all. So the 7 of Swords, theft. I'm seeing this thing. I mean, they tried to clean up the scene. You know what I mean? There's these little huts back here. I think that people heard stuff. I think it's one of those don't question it. You know what I mean? Don't question what you hear. Because in this, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm trying to make it. But there's like shadows back here. Looking down on all this crap. Alright, so we have the 2 of Shields. Kind of new messages, getting stuff in writing, that kind of that. And then you see that wolf behind him. Trying to protect him. Or even hiding in a way. Hiding from the truth, like not, they don't like, I don't know, rewriting the truth is kind of how I'm seeing that. Juggling, kind of. Or protecting somebody. I think they had to juggle who they protected. There you go, out in the cold, 5 of Shields. Trouble in paradise there. I do think that gosh, the fire. 3 people around it. Well, in the meantime, they know what's going on, and there's people in the background looking everywhere for her. Holy cow. Alright, so we have the Empress in reverse. Baron. Usually she would mean like abundance, that kind of stuff. And there's some trouble in paradise here. I'm almost wondering if somebody's wife wasn't pregnant, and that's why he had to the lovers. Or wife couldn't. He didn't want to upset his wife. So we have rebirth, judgment. I think the person that actually killed her, because I don't think it was Robinson. Okay? I'm going to clarify that right now. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. I think the man that did this, that actually did this, was married. He was afraid of breaking up his relationship. Down to judgment, rebirth, it's kind of judging. I'm seeing this as he was afraid of the judgment that his wife was going to bring onto him if she found out about his sexual harassment. Because I know that they're saying it was Robinson, but I think it was somebody else as well. I think Robinson might have sexually harassed her, but I think somebody else did too, and I think that person is the one that killed her. He had more to lose. And they're not going to protect what was Robinson, a specialist? They're not going to protect that. They're just not, y'all. Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. It's kind of like a pain and sadness, but then there's kind of an advantage at it. Unfortunately, I'm kind of seeing that as someone had to lose their life for light to be shown on this. And there's so much corruption. There we go. So we have the Star in reverse. Woot, woot, woot. So these cards are so dark. There we go. The Star card in reverse. It's kind of like, I don't know, I'm seeing this as kind of it's kind of like ignoring stuff, that kind of whatnot. Keep going. I'm honestly seeing that as them freaking pouring concrete, y'all. Oh, God. Sorry. Okay. There we go. See? The Two of Cauldrons in reverse. False love. I'm seeing this as Robinson and Cecily. I really do think he kind of did, that Robinson did the dirty work and cleaned up for this person. To the Druid in reverse. Maybe the Hermit. I'm sorry, the Hierophant. They both start with an H. It's kind of like they chose their own path there. They chose to do this. They chose to quarrel with the snake. They chose to not do the right things. And now one of them is dead, and the other is in jail and going to prison. And I really do think they were the scapegoats. I'm not saying they didn't participate. I'm saying that there's no way that man beat her with a hammer. Yeah, there we go. Page of Swords. In the armed room, and nobody heard nothing. Triumph. Great force. No, that's not what that means. Yeah, authority spy. That's a lot better. I was like, that is not what... I was thinking of the Ace. Can I see how she's lifted off the ground? Light shining behind her. Somebody watching everything happen. I'm really starting to think there was another woman in the room. Or a woman helped clean it up. I've said there's a woman involved, but... So we got the Page of Swords with things moving. We'll turn it into motion. King of Swords in reverse. Cruel, evil, barbaric man. The wheels are kind of turning against him, maybe. Or wheels are turning towards him. The spy gave information. So I'm seeing, see how I'm getting a king? Ooh. Alright. So we got the Nine of Shields in reverse. Hold it over here, it's better. Kind of like a bad faith. Evil, barbaric, bad faith. It's almost like they didn't trust Robinson to do it on his own. See how there's somebody there in the background? Sorry. Somebody right here underneath that tree. And we have the Nine of Cauldrons. Okay. This can mean safety, success, that kind of stuff. I'm seeing this more as the head at the end of the table. This guy back here looks like he is fallen over practically dead. I really see this as, yeah. Them kind of sitting there having a meeting, deciding who's going to be off next, honestly. We got the Fool in reverse. To the Chariot. Will drive. The Fool in reverse is kind of like taking responsibility, all that kind of stuff. I think this is them. Okay, so like kind of taking responsibility. You should take responsibility for your actions. That's what I'm seeing there. And then this is they need their little meeting. They need to start taking responsibility. They need to start, when they have these meetings. Sorry, it went this way. When they have these meetings, they need to start opening up instead of being lying and not understanding the actual word transparency. Because there's a couple deaths that I can't find anything on that I want to do readings on them guys as well. Bring some attention, maybe. So we got death. When death is in this position, it's kind of like you're working on yourself and that kind of stuff. But I'm seeing this as their behavior has led to multiple deaths. That's the way I'm seeing this. That's not exactly what it means, but I think that their will to cover things up and everything like that just keeps leading to more deaths. We have the Eight of Wands here. In reverse, this is, again, jealousy, that kind of stuff. People were jealous of her. People are, you know, I really wish they just let us know who else was in that room. Who else heard stuff. Come on, Vanessa. Ooh, that one wanted to flip. Alright, so we have the Merlin. It's the Hermit. Jealousy, that kind of stuff, to the Hermit. Kind of like going back to your, I'm seeing this as like going back to your safe space, like going back to withdrawing the information. I'm glad they have new leadership in. I really hope he works out. Alright, so we got the Tower in reverse, which is, I mean, ruin, that kind of stuff. To the Sun in reverse. I don't like that. But. So do I always say Holy Major Arcana? This is kind of like trying to avoid the change that's already coming into place. Like, the change is coming. You guys assured that change would eventually come. They were going to get onto this stuff eventually, guys. And then this, in a sense, is kind of like power used to destroy. You use your power to destroy people. You use your rankings, your higher up, your whatever, to destroy these people, including Vanessa. There's multiple people that have died because they know something about Vanessa. Guarantee it. Alright, I'm going to do... Actually, you know what, guys? I think I'm going to leave it at that. It's already a 40-minute video. I'm trying to do these shorter for you guys. So, again, this is for entertainment purposes only. I have no evidence, proof of what I'm saying. So, there's that. I own no rights to thunder music. And if you like me, subscribe. Hit the like button stuff. I hate telling people that. It makes me feel weird. Kind of awkward. Anyway, so do that kind of stuff. I hope you guys have a great night. Take care of each other out there, okay?